Okay, Louise. So how did you feel before you began your treatment, and what symptoms were you having?
You're
How did you feel before your treatment, and what symptoms were you having?
on the treatment that he just did on my spine.
How did you, before this treatment, the neuropathy?
Well, I have a problem with my spine. Not related to what I'm doing for my neuropathy. I have stenosis of the spine, and I had 3 herniated discs and a compressed fracture when I was diagnosed several years ago. I've had several falls, bad falls, 2 of them, and so I'm going to have another test done to find out what the condition of my back is now. But that's a lot of the thing, I think, for my being tired. And but even at that, sometimes after I come back, and it just feels like I can walk a little straighter than I did before. And there's been a lot of help on my feet. I had a lot of pain in my toes, on the arch of my foot, both above and below, and pain up my leg, and it had progressed up to my knee. And so that has all improved, tremendous improvement.
Good.
I don't have the pain. I don't feel like I'm walking on balloons or mushrooms or something like that, like I did before. And I don't have the cramping, and the muscles would just knot up in a ball. And it would wake me up many times during the night, and that doesn't happen anymore.
Good.
So I would say that's a great improvement.
It's wonderful.
And I've fought about halfway through the program, I think.
Awesome. So what changes did you start to notice during the treatment?
During what period?
During the treatment, what changes did you start to notice?
When I think on the feet, and I think on the toes, right up here where they join to my foot. I think I noticed that probably first, and then the soles of the feet. And I had a lot of pain in the arch of my foot and underneath, and with the muscles not cramping up. You'd feel it. It'd feel just like a fist in the muscle. And that hasn't been happening for some time.
Good. All right.
So I've been greatly impressed by that, and hoping that the last part of the program is as progressive as I hope it will be. And so I'm trying to stay with the program and do everything I was supposed to do. And then I'm going to have a full body scan or something to see how the bone structure is.
Awesome. So how long did it take before you felt relief?
Oh, almost immediately.
Immediately? All right. And what activities are you able to do now that your feet are feeling better?
Yes, what now?
What activities are you able to do now that your feet are feeling better?
What activities? Do you have any different activities that you do now that you haven't done before?
No, I'm still pretty much on the same activity,
Okay.
and I still watch very carefully. I can't walk without my walker, say, and I don't want to have another fall. I've had 2 bad ones. And as I say, the last one I had, I was down on the floor for about 4 days. And I couldn't walk. The muscles had atrophied. And for days I couldn't walk. And when they finally found me on the floor, the police, they took me to Saddleback. And I was in Saddleback for 10 days, and I couldn't walk during that time. And they put me over to Lake Forest Nursing Home. And it took me another probably week before I could walk, and I had 2 therapists assigned to me, one in the morning and one in the afternoon. And So I think something happened that you're having to overcome with this kind of treatment, other than just the neuropathy from the diabetes. And so to say I was just rather ecstatic about as soon as it did happen that I could feel a difference on it. And that this feeling on walking and not feel like I was walking on something else than just my feet was a big relief.
Good. And what would you tell someone who is considering the treatment?
You can't do it fast enough. You can't sign up fast enough. And I had, from my fall, a wound on my ankle that was not healing. And I had a wound nurse. And I asked him one time, I thought, working in that area, he's had to have heard of somebody around that could do something with the neuropathy. Because most times when you go to a doctor or something, they say, well, that's kind of the way it is, and you just have to learn to live with it. Well, it had already gone up to my knee. I didn't want it to progress any further. But anyway, when I asked him that, he had a cousin, he said, that was in a program. He had been in the program for 4 weeks, and he was very happy with it. And so I got the number of your office, and we called to find out where you were and kind of a little bit about your company. And then you had a seminar coming up, and they was suggested I wait to go through the seminar and hear the talk and all, and that's what I did, and that's when I signed up.
Yeah.
And so it was a thing. I had gone to my primary doctor, and I sent him some information, but he said, no, he didn't think it would work. He said, come to me and I'll do it. Well, I figured if he could do it now, why didn't he do it a long time ago? So I didn't take his word, and we just proceeded on, because I figured with the nurse being in the field for as long as I think he's been, I really took his cousin's suggestion. He was real happy. So I thought, well, I'm 92 and I didn't know whether anything would happen of benefit at that age, but I was willing to get into the program and see what they could do.
Awesome.
And
that's beautiful. And what's your favorite part about coming to the office?
what is the what?
What is your favorite part about coming to the office?
The worst part?
The best part.
Oh, the
Your
best part.
favorite.
Oh. Well, it gets me out because like I say, I don't have a lot of energy, and it's easy just to get back in my comfortable chair that has an electric chair, and it's easy there. It gets me out, and I get some shopping done, and to see people here. I mean, you're all very friendly, and you're close at hand, and that made a lot of difference too.
Yeah. All right. Thank you.